Hello friends and welcome to another Final Fantasy opening video. This one is for all the marbles. It's a collector box. This is supplied by the Cardhub Adelaide, so please head to the website if you're after any of the singles you see in this video. They may still be available at time of release. Yeah, look, the Play Booster box opening is over here. That was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. The art in this set is incredible. So please do head over there if you haven't watched that one already. Hit like, hit subscribe. We're chasing down that 500 subscriber mark, so head on over when you can, / if you haven't already. I really don't know what to say. I'm very excited for this. This set is just gorgeous, so I'm not sure what I want to open in this, other than I'd love to open the Buster Sword, just because that's like the one reference I understand from Final Fantasy, being not a huge Final Fantasy player or anything like that. The set releases on the... one moment while I double check. Set releases on the 13th of June. Thank you, Google. Alright, so here we go. Out they come. So very shiny box. And here's hoping for 12 of the best. Oh, do we have a pull tab situation? We do. Oh god, this pack just doesn't want to open. Here we are. Okay, so first up, Foil Hero. Oh! And straight into a Surge Foil Emmett Selch. Okay, wow. So that, and a full art foil Ishin. Oh my lord. Yep. So this guy flips over into this thing. Emmett Selch, unsundered. 1, a blue and a black for a 2/4 Elder Wizard with Vigilance. When Emmett Selch enters or attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 14 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform Emmett. It's a 6/6 with Vigilance. During your turn, you may play cards from your graveyard. If a card or token would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Very cool. And the Surge foiling, I'm assuming that's what they're still calling it, is very nice. And we have a foil Ishin, 2 Heavens as 1. Very nice. Jill, Shiver's Dominant. So when Jill enters, return up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. And 5, and tap it to exile Jill, then return it to the battlefield, transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery, of course. And transforms into Shiva, Warden of Ice. It's a 4/5 Saga Elemental. Target creature can't be blocked this turn, so that's stages 1 and 2. And then tap all lands your opponent's control, exile Shiva, then return to the battlefield. Nice. Very cool. And we've got a commander card. 5 mana, 7/5 seems good. Whenever Sephiroth, I apologize in advance for anyone who's watching this and hearing me pronounce these names incorrectly. My bad. Yeah. Sephiroth, Fallen Hero. Whenever Sephiroth attacks, you may put a cell counter on target creature until end of turn. Each modified creature you control has base power and toughness 7/5. Very cool. And then for 3, sacrifice a modified creature, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Very nice. Ooh, a full art summon. Brynhilda. So it's a Saga Knight. Stage 1, exile the top card of your library. During any turn you may put a lore counter on this Saga. You may play that card. And then for 2 and 3, when you next cast a creature spell this turn, it gains haste until end of turn. Very nice. And we've got Xenos Galvis. This is the one that flips into a dude, a big dragon, big 8/8 dragon. Far out. Very cool. Foil Lord of the Rings looking mountain. And then into the commons and uncommons. That is adorable. Prompto Argentum. Just sneaky peace sign there. Nice. Very cool. Alright. Well, pack 1. Pretty bananas, let's be honest. Oh my god, these packs just do not want to open, do they? We're going to have to go full tab on all of them, I think. Now the question is, do I do what I was doing? Oh, that food token's awesome. Hero. And we go, oh well, this one's oh, another Surge Foil. Dion Bakhmut's Dominant. It's a 3/3 for 4 mana human noble knight. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. When it enters, create a 2/2 knight. And 6 mana, exile it and then return it to the battlefield transformed. Okay, I'll be back to brainstorm in a moment. And it becomes Bahmut. Bahmut? Bahmut. Oh god, I don't know. Warden of Light. 5/5 Saga Dragon. Wings of Light, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until end of turn. For stage 3, destroy target permanent, exile Bahmut, and return to the battlefield. Very nice. Then we have Endwalker, or Brainstorm. Draw 3 cards, put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Very nice. Joshua Phoenix's Dominant. 1 a red and a white for a 3/4 human noble wizard. When Joshua enters, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Then you exile and transform it into Phoenix, Warden of Fire. Stage 1 and 2 is deal 2 damage to each opponent. Stage 3, return any number of target creature cards with total mana value, 6 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Very nice. Yuna's Whistle. Ooh. Summon Esper Valigarmada. Manda. Oh god, sorry. It's a 3/3 with flying and haste. Exile an instant or sorcery card from each graveyard. And then stages 2, 3, and 4. Add a red for each lore counter on this saga. You may cast an instant or sorcery card exiled with the saga, and mana of any type can be used to cast it. Very cool. Triple Triad. Yeah. 3 and 3 red for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles the top card of their library until end of turn. You may play the card you own exiled this way, and each other card exiled this way with lesser mana value than it without paying their mana cost. Oh my god, that's a lot of words. Foil Forest. Summon Esperamu. Ambrosia Whiteheart. Fang. Ah, this is the one that flips into the other side. Okay. So we opened the other section of this in the Play Booster box. Opening. Head wherever it is linked on the screen. It's 7/6 with Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, and Haste. Ragnarok, that's it. When Ragnarok dies, destroy target permanent and return target non-legendary permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Very cool. And a bunch of other really pretty things. Okay. Come on. Here's luck. There we go. Just want to be gentle because the cards are lovely. Alright. We have a hero. And a non-surge foil. Okay, so 2 back-to-back surge foils was pretty nutty. But we have Balthier and Fran. Heh, Fran. Nice. 1 a red and a green for a 4/3 human rabbit. Oh, she is. Yep, there's a rabbit with ears. I did not see those. With Reach, vehicles you control get +1/+1 and have Vigilance and Reach. Nice. When a vehicle crewed by Balthier and Fran this turn attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, you may pay 3. If you do, after this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Very fun. Oh, and we have a Deadly Dispute that is fan-freaking-tastic. Baron Rivalry. So 1 and a black as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards, then create a treasure token. Very, very nice. Ooh. Y'shtola? Knight's Blessed? Oh man, I don't know. But that... Oh, I'm way too high up on the camera. Sorry, friends. 2/4 with Vigilance. At the beginning of each end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, you draw a card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, Y'shtola deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Very nice. Siegfried, Famed Swordsman. A 4 mana 2/2 human warrior rogue with menace. When Siegfried enters, mill 3 cards, then put X 1/1 counters on Siegfried, where X is twice the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Whoa. Genova, Ancient Calamity. So it's 2, a black and a green for a legendary creature, Alien. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to Genova's power on up to one other target creature. That creature becomes a mutant in addition to its other types. Whenever a mutant you control dies during your turn, you draw a card equal to its power. Very nice. Edgar, King of Figaro. 6 mana 4/4. Human Artificer Noble. When Edgar enters, draw a card for each artifact you control. The first time you flip one or more coins each turn, those coins come up heads and you win those flips. Nice. Nice forest. Crystal Fragments, which flips over into Summon Alexander. Very cool. Oh, double down on those. I want a full art instant ramen. I don't know if they exist, but it'd be cool if they did. Alright. A few full art things in this one. We have a hero. Oh, and we got the Buster Sword. Whoa. Wow. That is gorgeous. Alright, so Buster Sword is a 3 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+2. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Then you may cast a spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to that damage without paying its mana cost. Great card. Very fancy. I love it so much. Another Brainstorm, but a foil one this time. Summon your Jimbo. Yo, Jimbo! 4 mana 5/5 Saga Samurai with Vigilance. That was a very lame joke, I apologize. 1, exile target artifact, enchantment, or tapped creature an opponent controls. 2 and 3, until your next turn, creatures can't attack you unless their controllers paid 2 for each of those attacking creatures. And 4, create X treasure tokens where X is the number of opponents who control a creature with power 4 or greater. Very cool. Summon Primal Odin. Oh, the art on this one's very nice. 6 mana 5/3 Saga Knight. The Elder Primal Odin has returned to I'm not going to try. 1, Gungir. Destroy target creature an opponent controls. 2, Zantetsuken. This creature gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. Holy crap, that's good. And 3, draw 2 cards, each player loses 2 life. Vengeful Samurai for 7 mana. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your creature card in your graveyard. Double strike. When 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard, put 1 counter on Cyan. The Masamoon. 3 mana legendary artifact equipment. As long as an equipped creature is attacking, it has first strike and must be blocked if able. Equipped creature has, if a creature dying causes a triggered ability of this creature or an emblem you own to trigger that ability, triggers an additional time. Very cool. Fancy Plains. Ambrosia. Oh, just the goodest boy. Very cool. Alrighty, this is bananas. We're not even halfway through yet. I mean, I can't say I have any complaints. I'd like something cool in this art. Like, Brainstorm and stuff is sick, but I'd like something different. Alright, here we go. Feeling lucky. Hoya! Ooh, it's full out town. Copy in hero. Yeah, nice. So it's a blue land town, 6 mana for a sorcery tap. Target opponent mills half their library, rounded down. Nice. Oh, we got a Nature's Claim. It's like, oh, old school Final Fantasy. Very nice. It's that same Ishtola that we opened before. Tifa, whatever. 4 mana 3/4 human knight. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. Firecross. Whenever Tifa Almacy, I'm sorry, deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Kefka, Dancing Mad. 7 mana 6/6 human wizard. During your turn, Kefka has indestructible. Nice. At the beginning of your end step, exile a card at random from each opponent's graveyard. You may cast any number of spells from among cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost. Then each player who owns a spell you cast this way loses life equal to its mana value. That's fun. Hey, Traveling Chocobo. 3 mana, 3/2 bird. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands and cast bird spells from the top of your library. If a land or bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Oh, that's so many words. Obviously great in landfall decks. Another Plains. Another Goodest Boy. Shantoto Tactician Magician. Very cool. Oh, man. Here we go. We have a bird. All right. And it is... Ooh, full art water crystal. Very nice. And a wizard token. Very cool. So blue spells cost 1 less to cast. If an opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill that many cards plus 4 instead, and each opponent mills cards equal to the number of cards in your hand. Very nice. And full art Wall of Omens. Y'shtola rule, maybe, I guess. 3/5 Cat Druid for 6 mana. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Then if it's the first end step of this turn, there's an additional end step after this step. Oh, that's fun. Full art Triple Triad, which I read before. That's a lot of words. Orin Venerated Guardian. Zanarkand Ancient Metropolis. It's another one of the town cards. Oh, very pretty full art mountain. Zidane, albeit Steiner. Nice. Alrighty, and that is a halfway mark. So we've only got 6 packs to go. Ugh, heck. Please like, subscribe, do all the things, folks. Once I hit 500, I'm going to do a giveaway of some description. Still haven't decided what it is, though. Alright, and we have... Squall, Seed Mercenary. It's a bird and a hero token. So 2, a white and a black for a 3/4 Human Knight Mercenary. Rogue Divide. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. Whenever Squall deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Very nice. Whoa, Strixhaven Stadium, but full art variety. Nice. That looks very nice. So it's a 3 mana artifact. Luca Stadium is its name. Tap to add a colorless, put a point counter on this artifact. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, remove a point counter from this artifact. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, put a point counter on this artifact. Then if it has 10 or more point counters on it, remove them all, and that player loses the game. That's silly. Ooh, full art Traveling Chocobo. Oh, that's a very fun card. I like it. Gilgamesh, Master at Arms, eh? 6 mana, 6/6 Human Samurai. Whenever Gilgamesh enters or attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number of equipment cards from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When you put 1 or more equipment onto the battlefield this way, you may attach it, one of them to a samurai you control. Far out, that's a lot of words, but fun card. Shalinda, Yvonne Acolyte. Green and a white for a 2/2 Human Cleric with lifelink. Whenever another creature you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on that creature if its power is less than Shalinda's power. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on Shalinda. Nice. Noctis, Prince of Lucius. 1, a white, a blue, and a black for a 4/3 Human Noble with a lifelink. You may cast artifact spells from your graveyard by paying 3 life in addition to paying their other costs. If you cast a spell this way, that artifact enters with a finality counter on it. Ooh, full art Wastes. Hey, I didn't know there were wastes in this. I like it though. Summon GF Ifrit. Summon Primal Garuda. And some other cool foil stuff. here we go. Alright, we have a hero. And... Mogal's valor. Wizard is the other side of the token. Look at that. 5 mana instant for each creature you control. Create a 1/2 white monk. White Mogal creature with lifelink. Then creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Very adorable. Oh, and we have a Venser, Shape Savant, or Master Zandi. 2 and 2 blue. With flash, when Master Zandi enters, return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. Very, very cool. And Elfnord Lefle blah blah blah. This critter right here. It's an elf wizard that does a bunch of cool stuff apparently. It's 4 mana 2/4 elf wizard. Partner with LSA with vigilance. And whenever you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card. Very cool. Summoner's Sending. 2 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile target creature card from a graveyard. If you do, create a 1/1 spirit creature token with flying. Put a 1/1 counter on it if it's exiled a card's mana value of 4 or greater. Cool. Hey, we got a full art Zodiac. Umbral God. That is very, very pretty. So yes, 5 black mana for a 5/5 God with indestructible. When it enters, each player sacrifices half the non-god creatures they control of their choice, rounded down. Whenever a player sacrifices another creature, put a 1/1 counter on Zodiac. Very nice. Oh hey, and we got the regular version. Oops, we got the regular version. Very fancy swamp. An Omega Gladiolus blah blah blah. Oh man. Come on. Alright, we're starting to open. I don't know what's going on with these packs. Maybe it's because it's cold. And they're just very stuck. Alright, we have a hero. And then we have... Ooh, full art Fire Crystal. Very nice. So, red spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Creatures you control have haste. And then you can create a token of target creature you control gains haste. Well, obviously it has haste and then you sacrifice it. Diabolic Intent. Wow. That is very cool. So, for 1 and a black, it's a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Very, very nice. Hey, we got Ultima, Origin of Oblivion. 5 mana, 4/4 God with flying. When Ultima attacks, put a blight counter on target land. For as long as that land has a blight counter on it, it loses all land types and abilities and has tap to add a colorless. Whenever you tap a land for colorless, add an additional colorless. Very cool. Summoning Materia. 3 mana artifact equipment. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. As long as this equipment is attached to a creature, you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has vigilance and tap to add a green. Equip for 2. That guy. It's a white and a blue for a 1/3 elf advisor. Whenever you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, you gain 2 life. Draw Arcanum. Tap, look at the top card of your library. You may exile it face down. Play Arcanum. Tap until end of turn. You may play cards exiled with your spells you cast this way cost 2 less to cast. Very cool. Joshua, Phoenix's thinger, and it flips into a phoenix. Very pretty forest with some birds around it. It's Fang, Fearless Leveler. And Summon Choco Mog. Very nice. I tell you what, this is a very, very pretty set. I'm loving this extra sheet stuff. Hero and Hoya. Tifa Lockhart, eh? So it's a 2 mana 1/2 human monk with trample and landfall. When a land you control enters, double Tifa Lockhart's power until end of turn. Very cool. Oh, and we got another Lab Man. I opened one of these in the Play Booster box. So Vandeal Adventurers. It's 2 and a blue for a 2/2 human wizard. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. Whoa. That is very pretty. Clive, Efreet's dominant. So 6 mana. When Clive enters, you may discard your hand, then draw cards equal to your devotion to red. Exile Clive, then return to the battlefield, transformed under its owner's control, activate only as a sorcery. Comes back as Efreet, Warden of Inferno, a 9/9 saga demon. It fights up to one other target creature, and then 2 and 3 are Brimstone. Add 4 red mana. If Efreet has 3 or more law counters on it, exile it, then return it. So, exiles, returns, discard, draw, equal to red. Off you go. Very, very cool card. We got a Reaper's Scythe, Aerith Gainsborough, another Ultima, and 7th Heaven, aka a Plains. Cool, 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 and good. I love it. Oh, I just realised I put this one over here, and it's actually a Surge Foil. I should go back through the commons and uncommons and see if there's any more of those in there. Alrighty, 2 packs to go. We have a hero and Hoya! Ultima. Destroy all artifacts and creatures. End the turn. Well, bird. That is certainly one way to end a turn. Dovin's Veto, hey? Very nice. So a white and a blue, this spell can't be countered. Counter target non-creature spell. Very nice. Kuja, Genome Sorcerer. 4 mana for a human mutant wizard. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 0/1 black wizard creature token whenever you cast a non-creature spell. This token deals 1 damage to each opponent. Then if you control 4 or more wizards, transform Kuja. And it becomes Trans Kuja, Fate Defied. It's an avatar wizard 4/6. If a wizard you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage instead. Very nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. Interceptor, Shadow's Hound. Assassins you control have menace. Seems good. Lock, Treasure Hunter. 1 a black and a red for a human rogue. Can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Does a bunch of other stuff. Oh, and we got a foil jumbo cactuar. It's the one that gets plus 9,999 plus O until end of turn, which is just so silly. I love it. It's a mountain. Vanille, cheerful, blah blah blah. Fang, fearless, blah blah blah. Ah, there we go. And then they flip into... Well, that's annoying that one is the full art version and one's the regular version. But they flip into Ragnarok. There we go. At least we got the art side of the full art one, I guess. Side quest, catch a fish. Alrighty, friends. The final pack. I have no idea what else we can hope for from this box. I feel like we've got a bunch of really cool stuff. Please like, subscribe, head to the Cardhub website if you're after any of the singles, and don't forget release is on the 13th as I click into my Chrome window to double check that I got that date correct. Final Fantasy releases on June 13th. Happy days. Alright, here we go. And we are open. Our final pack. It's a hero token. Fancy that. Here we go. It's a 1/7. Oh, we got a full art foil jumbo cactuar. That's cool. I don't know if that's really like a huge money card or anything, but it's definitely a meme card, right? And then... Hey! Ishai, Ojutai Dragon Speaker. Very nice. But it's actually Benedicta Harmon. 1/1 bird monk with flying. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a 1/1 counter on Benedicta Harmon, and it has partner. Joshua, Phoenix is dominant. It flips over into Phoenix, Warden of Fire. A full art Earth Crystal. Wow, that's really pretty. So green spells cost 1 less to cast. If 1 or more 1/1 counters would be put on a creature you control, twice that many 1/1 counters are put on that creature instead. And then you can pay 6 and tap it to distribute 2 1/1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures you control. Zeldinched. The Wind Crystal. Hey, it's the white one. Alright, so white spells cost 1 less. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead, and creatures you control gain flying and lifelink until end of turn for 6 mana. That seems good. Very pretty island. Summon Anima. Barret. And away we go. Alrighty, friends. Let's quickly go through our commons and uncommons and just see if we missed any Surge Foil nonsense. I don't think we did. But then I did completely miss the other one, so we'll quickly check for that. No, regular foil. And then I will go ahead and sleeve these bad boys up and do a recap. Oh, a couple around the wrong way. Oops, dropping stuff everywhere. Nah, no more Surge Foils. Easy peasy. Alrighty, folks. I will be right back. Alrighty, folks. What a crazy box of Magic cards. 3 Surge Foils, 2 of which, one being a mythic, one being a rare, and the other a random uncommon. We got the Buster Sword, which, I mean, I don't know if it's the chase card in the set, but it's certainly the one that I was the most interested in. That and the crystals, so the Fire Crystal, Wind Crystal, and Earth Crystal, being the ones we got in this box. I feel like this set's going to be a whole lot of fun. So get down to your local game store, do some drafting, do some pre-release, get around it, because this set is going to be very, very popular, and I feel like there's quite a few cards in it that are going to shape some interesting commander decks and very potentially do quite a bit of damage in standard. I mean, I know it's 7 mana, but still, attacking with a 10,007 seems silly. We'll have to see if Fling is still in standard at the moment. But just think, play Ovia, drop this with her ability. When this creature attacks, it gets plus 9,999 plus 0. So you swing, and then if they have some way of blocking it, you fling it at their face. Like, just, if I could do that once on Arena, I'd be very happy. Alrighty, folks. Much love. Head to the Cardhub Australia website if you're after any of these singles. And don't forget, pre-release is on the 6th and 7th, or the weekend of the 6th, I believe it is. Alright, much love. We'll catch you in the next one.